Yeah, that's right. Not only are you seeing the light, but you are seeing red. I hope you see that same red that you tried to put into my friend's eyes. I'm trying real hard. I'm trying real hard to not put you into the same misery that you done put into my homeboy. You know what? You better be lucky I'm doing things by the book, but you will not smile at me. Chief. No, Chief. Look, I understand. Before you fired me, I want you to know that even if you fired me, I still got a lot left. And 2, this guy deserved it. If you were to look into his eyes and look into the eyes of Earl when he was getting murdered, you'd understand how I feel. But I think it's fair enough for me to at least give you and these people right here my report on the Metro case. This is a part of the Eddie Murphy files, and I'm here to give you my report on the Metro case. If you have anything, if you would like to join my squad, click that red button down there. And no, it's not what you think. It's not one of them cop movies where you don't press the red button. It's actually the exact opposite. But press the red button so you know what I got in store for all of my reports. Okay, hold on. And no, I'm not armed with the exception of this gun. I'm not armed anywhere. I got the vest on me. I got the vest on me. You couldn't have shot me even if you wanted to. Now, let me explain. Watch. I'm put the gun down. I got my adrenaline boost up. I'm put the gun down. My name, I'm a San Francisco hostage negotiator. I'm Inspector Scott Roper, and I've had the privilege to be partnered with this amazing rookie right here, Kevin McCall. While I am trying to win back my girl, Veronica, I and Kevin are called into a jewel store where psychotic son of a Michael Korda has taken hostages. He done taken all them hostages, and he done caused me to act out of character because he done pushed the buttons when he done killed my boy. We managed to capture Michael, but soon Michael escapes from jail for some way and somehow by using the laundry detergent, and he kidnaps Ronnie as revenge. Like, you done gonna, like, really? First you gonna kill my homeboy, now you gonna kidnap my girl? Are you with me? Mother, you gotta be me. You gonna kidnap my girl as revenge? You have got to be me. Now, despite officially being taken off the case, Kevin and I go after the dangerous criminal and prove to him what justice is all about. Now, Chief, before you say anything else, I'm not finished. I am not finished. Let me explain, and then I will go off with my girl, who is free now. She free now, and I killed him, as you've seen in the beginning of this video file. I killed the man. I had to, so he wouldn't do that to nobody else. But after this, look, after I'm finished with this, after I'm finished with you, Chief, after I done given the debrief from our report, I can go back with my girl and we can be in Tahiti. I will go more into Tahiti later in this video, but ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this is not a courtroom, but that's just my way of pleading the case. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, there will be those that call me psychotic for saying this, but Metro is not only criminally underrated, but it is a film that deserves more recognition. Before now, it was easy to say that this movie cannot live up to anything excellent from Eddie Murphy, both from the standpoint of an action film and coming off of the success of the Nutty Professor. Do y'all remember the Nutty Professor? Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that, Judge and Jury? Do you remember that, Chief? Do you remember that, Kevin? But afterwards, it is difficult to decide if this is just a great action movie in its own right, if it is better or just as good as Beverly Hills Cop, or is it another underappreciated Murphy Rubies next to the distinguished gentleman? The probable cause as to how Metro can be all three of these things, Chief, Judge and Jury, Kevin. How this movie can be all three of these things stems from Eddie Murphy's acting range, as if he plays three different characters. Two, without prosthetics. It ain't that type of film, but he does. It feels like he played three different characters at once. While the acting by everybody is decent, Scott Roper is Eddie Murphy's ideal action hero. Okay? Now, look, I ain't trying to be like my boys Stallone and Schwarzenegger and Willis, or like that boy from, what's that man's name from Lethal Weapon? Danny Glover? Now, he ain't no action star, but you know what I mean. I ain't even trying to be like Axel Foley. But it feels like I'm a more seasoned and more intense Axel Foley with minimal humor to express. In other words, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. If Beverly Hills Cop had a remastered and refined 90s glow up, Chief, Metro would be that movie. Metro will be the movie that feels like a more mature Beverly Hills Cop. Now, Scott Roper is the type of character that makes you wonder what it would be like if Eddie Murphy had a career with more action movies where he's the lead. Yes. As far as the film itself goes, there's something retro about Metro. It is a lot simpler than you think too, Chief. I have a feeling wherever you place your focus on the subject that makes you feel the way that you do towards the movie will dictate if you like it or not. For example, if you are looking for ways to compare it to 48 Hours, and Beverly Hills Cop, and any other law enforcement action film like Lethal Weapon, you will not like it. If you compare it to the best action movies, you will hate it. If you compare it to other Eddie Murphy masterpieces, you'll still like it. But if you put it next to some of his underrated Rubies, you will love it. You love it. Like you will love it. Just like how Dexter St. Jack loved hanging out with New York women. That's how much you love it. Love it just like how I love Veronica. While it is nothing groundbreaking, nuanced, or fleshed out, you will love Metro for some of its creative approaches to basic elements, like suspense, Chief. For example, the suspense is meant to leave you spinning like a bottle. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It is meant to leave you spinning, kind of like this bottle here. Okay, this is wine. This is the bottle of wine that I'm going to take with my trip with Veronica, so we can be naked in Tahiti. Anyway, Chief, it'll have you spin it like this bottle, kind of like how all these little college kids nowadays, they'll spin the bottle. Like it could be a mix of sexes. It could be young men and young women in the circle, and it don't matter who spin the bottle. Whoever the bottle is pointed to, they gonna kiss that person. These people crazy nowadays. The point I'm trying to make is, the suspense will leave you spinning like this bottle right here, this bottle of wine right here, not knowing where you will be aiming. And just when you think a suspenseful 30 seconds will lead to some type of unsettling moment, it doesn't. It really doesn't, Chief. And likewise with the action set pieces. They are so intricate and so well thought out that it earns its explosions. The opening hostage situation is a perfect example. Now, that guy I killed in the beginning, that is not the hostage situation I'm talking about. That is not the hostile situation I'm talking about. That man's name is Earl. Okay, not Jason Lee, but Earl. This man looked like a wannabe AC/DC low budget rock star. Okay, he looks like a low budget Axl Rose, not Axel Foley, but the other Axl Rose of Guns N' Roses. The opening hostage situation, being a perfect example, is not explosive or over the top. But to see Roper de-escalate the situation, to see myself de-escalate the situation in a non-lethal manner before I turned it into an oven was smooth. It's like that man Earl dialed the situation up to 11. I done simmered it down to 4. I simmered it down to 4. And then I done simmered it up to 13. Shot that man in the sternum. I said, you better get down. You don't know who you dealing with. How you holding down these man's hostages? Things of that nature, Chief. When you thought the movie couldn't have more mood swings with this protagonist, they had Scott Roper make a seamless mental transition from a non-lethal negotiator to an angry aggressor to a smooth talking gentleman. Make it in Tahiti. Axel Foley, eat your heart out. Yes. But Eddie Murphy's acting range is uncanny for somebody that has only done action once before. I said it once, I say it again. Axel Foley, eat your heart out. Now, Chief, back to business. Y'all, forget about this. Forget this ever happened. Okay, y'all can forget this statistic about the Metro case on how 17% are okay with it, and then 23% of these people actually love it, while 17% of these people hate it. I mean, these people like it. Now, Metro may come off as superficially non-lethal compared to the original Beverly Hills Cop, but it carries enough ammunition to be as action-packed and suspenseful as his 80s stepbrother. Okay, here's how it goes. Metro, Beverly Hills Cop, Eddie, Charlie, Scooby, Doo, Batman, Robin. That's how it's gonna be. Metro's at the top. Beverly Hills Cop is in second, even though this score would say otherwise. And the score to this case, Chief, Jury, Kevin. The score is 8.9 out of 10. Simple as that. 8.9 out of 10, because I don't know. For as great as Beverly Hills Cop is, I was having a hard time putting it up against. I was having a hard time putting it a little bit above Beverly Hills Cop. But that is all I had to say, my brothers, my sisters, and my chiefs, and Veronica. Y'all can let me know what y'all think of this case in the comments below. It was nice working with you, Chief. I turned in my gun right here. Kevin, I look forward to seeing you take over this department one day. Nice working with you, Chief. I really wish I would have came up with some better outcome on how to end that guy. How to put Michael to an end. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Like I said, Tahiti. Not just Tahiti, but getting naked in Tahiti. Until next time, my brothers and my sisters. Mr. Robinson was here. Ain't no such thing as Scott Roper. That, boys and girls, is what you call a traitor. So tomorrow, I'll come back home tomorrow when the coast, east and west, is clear. Goodbye, boys and girls.